right, people are missing Games of Thrones for this.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody to the Global Troop Town Hall. I'm Coach Scott. I'm here with Randy, the man, Hardy. Say hi, Randy.
Hi, guys. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch what hopefully will be entertainment.
He's an ASM with Troop 512. We also have here today Steve Perrone, who's also a ASM or an ASM from Troop 512. You do hear voices behind the music. Okay, well then let me clear this layer to make sure that's cleared. Thank you, Dan. He was telling me the music was still playing, and I'm guessing the logo was still looping, which has a little bit of music behind it. So we are okay with all of that. So, fantastic. So today's topic is going to be Merit Badge College, which Steve Perrone is doing a tremendous amount of work on. So, Steve, I'm just going to throw it over to you, and why don't you tell us a little bit about what's coming up with Merit Badge College?
Well, we have an opportunity for our scouts to earn their choice, 1, 2, 3, or 4 merit badges out of a offering of 60 different merit badges. And you know, they have to do some work ahead of time. They have to complete some prerequisites. They'll have to attend 2 days of classes, one on March 17. Second one is on April the 14th. And the location is at Drexel Hill Middle School. And they'll have some homework in between. As long as they do their work ahead of time, their homework in between, and attend the 2 classes, they should be able to earn the merit badges that they've signed up for.
Cool beans. So tell me, how many classes do we have, and how many students do we have, and what do you need?
Okay, well, we set a limit of 700 scouts. So we have 700 scouts in one location. Last year we had 700 scouts, but in 2 different locations. It was a little difficult to manage administratively, having 2 separate locations. So we wanted to find a spot this year where we could get everybody under one roof, and we were able to find a middle school with an adequate number of classrooms. We need 50 classrooms this year for 50 classrooms for 700 scouts. We're offering 60 different merit badges, 181 classes, and we had to recruit 97 merit badge counselors to teach those classes. A monumental job, and if anybody is out there that's can teach a merit badge class, we still need 3 more counselors. We need someone to teach music, oceanography, and nuclear science. We certainly will have them by March the 17th, so scouts don't need to worry. There will be an instructor in their class those days.
Awesome. So, Randy, you're teaching classes too.
I am. I just happen to know a truck driver who can teach that nuclear science.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. We had our banquet on Sunday, yes. And one of the counselors, David Doyle, as a matter of fact, I think he's online right now.
I'm pretty sure he is. That's why I said that.
And Dave, how you doing? And he was saying,
"Hi, Dave. Don't kill me."
He was saying that he teaches that, and they were saying, "Oh, that's great, Mr. Doyle. What do you do for a living?" He goes, "Well, I'm a truck driver."
Dave actually switched out this year. He's not doing nuclear science. I believe he might be doing one of the citizenship, so I'm not completely sure.
Okay.
I'd have to check the records, but he wanted to change, and we're happy to accommodate any counselor that wants to change. And one of the benefits of being a merit badge counselor is that you get to sign up your scout, your son, 1 week in advance of the February 1 registration day, when you have 700 people online trying to pick out badges. And it's very difficult to get in. We sold out our 700 spots in 3.5 hours this year.
Wow, really?
Yeah, there's that much of a demand.
Last year I knew it was a record, and I remember we had the registration, and it became a big sort of joke within 512 when the kids were giving announcements. One kid after another would go, "Registration is full." So
yeah,
that was hilarious.
It's been quite interesting over our 5 years to see how it developed. In our first year, we were at Williamson College, and I think we were limited to 250 scouts. And it took us about 2.5 weeks to get full registration. And the next year, you know, word got out and things started. It took 3 days our second year, After that, each of the last 3 years, we've sold out on the first day. Would love to expand to 1,000 scouts, but that would require another 30 merit badge counselors and probably another 20 or 30 classrooms. I'd have to do the math, because we set a max of 15 scouts in a class. We want the scouts to have a first-rate opportunity for there to be real interaction between the counselor and the scout.
That's awesome. And if you needed 20 to 30 more counselors, would you be able to get them?
That would be hard, but I think I'd need some help. I really do. I'm not sure.
Because you're still looking for some right now, right? What are you looking for?
We need 3 more. We need oceanography, nuclear science, and music.
Cool. So if you teach oceanography, nuclear science, or music,
we'd like to Shanghai you.
or you're a musical nuclear scientist who's on the ocean, call Steve. Actually, you could call us, as a matter of fact. Hold on a second. Let me put my glasses on.
You're a musical nuclear scientist driving your truck right now.
That's right. That's right. Here we go. Viewers may call in, right? Tuesday at 8:07. That's now. At 610-924-INFO. That's 610-924-4636, I believe. So if anybody wants to try and give us a call, that would be awesome. So, Randy, what's going on? What are you teaching, and tell me about it?
Well, I was teaching Citizenship in the Nation, but it felt too constrained to me, so I asked Steve if I could trade for Citizenship in the World. What?
Oh, we got a call.
We have a caller.
He needed a larger platform.
Awesome. All right, Global Troop Town Hall. You are on the air. What's your first name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, gentlemen.
This sounds like Dave.
It does sound like Dave.
Dave, you're going to have to turn
My name is David Doyle. I'm with local Troop 512 out of Springfield, Pennsylvania.
Awesome. If you want to turn the volume down on your computer.
Dave, are you a first-time caller?
Long-time listener.
I wish I could say more. I'm driving my truck while I'm reading my nuclear... I don't want to get into an accident right now.
That's awesome. You'd have quite an explosion if you did.
Dave, what can we help you with?
I actually have a question.
Ask away.
Can a counselor have a scout assist him in the teaching of his merit badge?
Absolutely. We would love to see that. We encourage younger scouts to get involved. One of our counselors, he's taught for 3 years. He came to us. He had just aged out. He was 18 years old, and he had taught on staff at Resica Falls. And I was thrilled to have him join our faculty. So, hey, we'd love to have scouts help out.
And it's right in tradition with the EDGE method. I don't know if you're familiar with the EDGE method, Dave. Are you?
I guess I've heard of it.
You've heard of it. Ah.
Well, that's cool. Absolutely. Awesome. So which one of your boys is going to help you teach?
Oh, I have a life scout that might be interested. He was having some practice at our last scout meeting last night, teaching some first aid. He might be available.
Yeah, Dave, you're teaching first aid. That's correct.
So I guess in our...
Can you gentlemen see the typed comments that the viewers write?
Scott can.
Let me see here for a second. I'm going to scroll down here. I've got a comment. Michael Brown joined. David, counselor teaching first aid. Good 3-camera look by Dan. Thank you, Dan. And those are the comments I can see at the moment.
Okay.
Did you write something else? Something nasty about Randy?
No, not at all.
No, he texted me on my phone.
I guess it doesn't go back. I before you started the show, I said that I would have a coffee when you were offering drinks for everybody. I would have a coffee.
Let me see if I can. I don't think I can see all of those. We're gonna set up. We have the capability of doing Twitter and doing tweets, but I'm not a Twitter person yet. I really have to figure that social media out. But in the future, I'm told I can have a Twitter feed come through, and then we'll have more of a history here, because I'm only seeing 4 or 5 comments.
I may be able to help you with that because Dave says I'm a twit. So.
Well, I tell you, the video quality is really good. It looks great.
Great.
Awesome.
It's funny it's listening here on the telephone. I had to turn off. There's a delay actually. It's not live from what's coming through on the computer.
That way we can bleep Randy.
True.
Here we go. We got somebody saying something. Heather Eaton likes your comment. Absolutely. Okay, this is from something else. Okay. So, yeah, awesome. So, you're teaching, sorry.
Yeah.
Was it nuclear science?
No, I'm teaching citizenship in the world.
Well, the gentleman running the program, Mr. Perone, he kind of he discouraged counselors. He doesn't want us teaching 2 classes, and that would be a little heavy.
I think it would. It would distract. But Dave, I do like your idea of getting older scouts involved. In my opinion, I think the kids relate to the older scout sometimes better than they do to the adult.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I've encountered.
Mm-hmm. You know, one of the badges.
They tend to listen to them more than they do,
And then the older scout, it actually drives home what he already knows, reinforces it, and makes him more competent.
Yeah. One of the badges that is taught at the Merit Badge College is public speaking, and that is a badge I would absolutely recommend every scout take. The 2 counselors we have are phenomenal, so we do offer 4 classes. Each counselor teaches 2 classes. And boy, the confidence these young scouts get from taking this course, from learning about how to speak, how to sit, how to stand, where to put their hands. It's just something they'll have for the rest of their lives.
And they're going to have to do it in high school to some degree, but when they get to college, they're going to have to stand up and give a presentation. And I think this is a great venue for them to get their feet wet. They're not too embarrassed, yet
It's a friendly audience.
it is a friendly audience. They'll gain some confidence and they'll look back on it and think, well, let's hope when they do get pressed to do it somewhere else. That, hey,
There's
I
my
can do
wife
that.
coming in and my son. Say hello, everybody. You're on the air.
Hello. It's always a pleasure to be on.
I agree with
We're going to need to see your SAG cards.
You know, another interesting thing they learn in public speaking is how to be a good audience.
There's a nice Eagle Scout there in the picture.
That's right.
Yes. He's
Zach.
not so nice anymore.
He's graduating.
Now he's ornery Zach Newman.
There you are. So you can wave. Say hello.
I feel bad. I'm not monopolizing the line, am I?
Well, yeah, there's only one line here. We're not like a real radio
Yeah,
station.
we're actually going to have to get to the hundreds of callers that we have.
Well, I mean,
Dave,
I'll hang
Dave,
up.
when you call back, use another voice.
Sí, senor.
Gracias.
I'm gonna continue to monitor to make sure you don't see anything else about me.
Okay.
There you go. Awesome.
Thanks, Dave, for calling in.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Looks great.
All right. Take care.
I'll be watching.
Okay. Hey, one of the things that our scouts need to do is to download the Merit Badge workbooks. This is an example of one I printed today. This is the Citizenship in the Community workbook. So if you were to just use a search engine and put in, for example, Citizenship in the Community Merit Badge pamphlet, it would come up and you can print it for free. And this is where you actually answer the questions, the prerequisites. Now the answers to the questions are found in the Merit Badge pamphlet, which you can also go online and print for free.
Yeah.
This is a test of the emergency global troop town hall broadcasting system. Well, Mr. McDermott, we're wondering if you're possibly interested in becoming a merit badge college professor. You sound like a well-educated man, and you sound like you have the qualifications.
You know, I've actually done every merit badge college, including this one. This in the community.
I was unaware of that.
So is that what you're teaching this time? Sit in the community?
I missed that.
Are you teaching sit in the community this time?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Yeah, I've
awesome.
done most of the. I think I've done citizen each of the years, whether it's a community in the nation or in the world. I think I've done them each at different points.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
But I'll get off your line that way. If anybody wants to call in, they can get you on.
Okay, terrific.
Right.
And I'll let you hang up, and then my system should hang up then without me fiddling with Windows, and hopefully we'll stay on the air then.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Thanks, Dan.
All right. I think we're going to have another caller here.
What, are you calling?
No, not me.
You can't call. If you call, we'll get feedback.
Back, yeah.
It'll be a real...
I think Greg Sloaniker is going to call.
Okay.
He's saying that I'm going to call when they get it straight. He thinks we're still off.
Okay.
I think he hasn't clicked on the new live feed button.
Right.
And I just texted him. We're back on. Look for a live feed button. Or
Right.
for a button
Or
that
refresh
says-
his screen. There we go.
There we go.
All right, so... All right, Global Troop Town Hall, you are on the air. What's your first name and where are you calling from?
This is Greg Sloaniker from Troop 512.
Greg, how are
Greg.
you?
I'm
Welcome.
well, yourself?
Good, good. We're obviously back on your machine.
Yes, we finally figured it out.
Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty here.
Yeah, I could tell. Was that Randy at the technical difficulty?
Oddly enough, not me this time. Dave Doyle.
Actually, it was my fault because I fiddled with Windows.
Don't cover for Dave.
Yeah.
No one likes when you cover for Dave.
So what's up, Greg?
We're breaking up a little bit. Are you having a hard time hearing me?
Nope.
No.
You're coming through crystal clear, Greg. What?
I'm breaking up a little bit, but I had a question. How are the blue cards handled?
Okay, on the opening day, on the first day, the scouts will report to the gym where registration will take place. They hand in their blue cards, which have a signature from one of the assistant scoutmasters from their home troop. That lets us know that the scoutmaster has approved the scout and that the badge is appropriate for him. The blue cards are then collected for all 700 scouts. Each of the 2 class days, the merit badge instructor will have a roster that has all of the requirements on it, and they will check off which requirements have been completed. At the end of the day, all of those, when the roster is turned back in with the requirements, it's entered into the computer. New one is generated for the second day, and the merit badge counselors do not have to complete the blue cards. It will be done by the administrative staff, and it will be mailed to the scout at the registration address that has been provided. So if a scoutmaster signed up 6 scouts, he's going to get the blue cards for all 6 scouts. If it was just a mom or a dad that signed the scout up, then it'll go to them.
Okay, so the scout is required to bring a blue card with them for each one of the classes that they're attending.
Correct. One for each one. And it has to be legibly filled out so we have a proper address to send it back to.
So let me just clarify here for a second. The scout shows up with the blue cards, and then during registration, he gives them to the person at the registration table?
Correct.
Not to the counselor that's going to be teaching?
Correct. There will be in the gym 6 or 7 tables. The alphabet will be divided up, and the scout will go to the table that corresponds with his last name. And at the registration table, they will be given their class roster and a name tag, which will also have their classes on it so they know where to go.
Awesome.
All right, that's good information because I was told of something a little bit different, so that's great.
Well, it
I
could
do
be.
have one other question. When you, before you broke up with the communication, you were talking about the merit badge books. Is the scout required to bring the merit badge book with them or just the workbook?
No, both the pamphlet and the workbook. And, you know,
So they-
if you got brothers in the same class, they can share. They can go online and print the pamphlet for free. There's no need to buy one.
Okay.
So if you use your
Okay.
search engine and look for Citizenship in the Community Merit Badge pamphlet, it'll come up and then you can print it.
And then if you
Okay,
go
that
out
sounds
to meritbadge.org, you'll be able to print the worksheets as well.
Yeah, we already printed all the worksheets. We were just wondering about the merit badge book.
And Greg, we're going to work on re-educating your advancement chairman with regard to the blue cards, and we'll fix
Yeah,
that.
that would probably be a good idea. Who is that? Is that you? Oh, no.
Ouch.
So then anyway, the counselor, when they go through their class, they'll have a piece of paper, a printout from you guys,
From us,
Steve.
yeah.
And you'll check off the names and the requirements that were taught on that day.
Yeah.
And then the counselor hands it in to your team at the tables at the end of that
the
day.
Yeah. Or at the end of their 2 classes.
Or at the end of the 2 classes, okay.
Yeah.
But they will have checked off what
Whatever they completed that day
for each kid.
for each kid. Yeah.
Right. So if student A doesn't show up the second day, then they don't get checked off for the second day.
Yeah.
Right.
And we'll mail
Right.
partials out. Also, speaking of partials, you know, after the college is over, some of the scouts stay in contact with their counselor and they're able to complete the badge, you know, by email.
Yeah, I actually did that. I taught the photography class a couple of years, and not all the scouts finished up their project, and so I gave them an email address. They emailed me their photos either in PowerPoint format or in JPEG format, and then we had a phone call with a parent or an adult on the line and went through the photographs, and then I mailed them out their blue cards.
We actually hold the blue cards for 2 weeks before we mail them. We give the scouts the opportunity to stay in touch with their counselor and complete it. The counselor contacts us, lets us know that the scout completed the badge, and then we move it out of the partial pile into the complete one. And, last year, we had about 60% of the scouts complete their badges after the 2 sessions. But that moved up to 67% after 2 weeks as scouts completed their partials. And 67% compares very favorably with what happens at a summer camp where about 2/3 of the scouts finish their badge. I know we have some scoutmasters, the old curmudgeons, who don't like Merit Badge College. They think we're a factory and we give away badges, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. We have wonderful counselors, adults who, you know, this is their vocation, this is what they do, their life's work. They're experts in their field, or it's a hobby, it's something they enjoy. And, you know, to my thinking, that's superior to what a scout may encounter at a summer camp where you're dealing with youth. You may have a 16-year-old scout at summer camp reading out of a pamphlet, as opposed to an adult who really takes it seriously and works with the scouts, and they get a far superior product at a Merit Badge College.
And I can tell you, none of my badges are a gimme.
We offer a lot of Eagle required badges, and if you take an Eagle required badge, that's a double period, and there is a lot of work that these scouts have to complete in order to earn a badge.
All right, good. That sounds good. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Great. Thanks for calling.
No problem. You guys have a good night.
You
You
too.
too, Scott.
That was a good
Scott.
question.
I guess I'm leaving. I'll see you. Bye, Randy.
Well, Scott is his son. And
Yeah,
you're
I know.
sitting here.
Yeah. All good.
All right.
All right. So let's see if I can close this window now without it impacting anything. Good. That looks good. So there we are, laughing and kidding around. So we're actually at our bewitching hour. If we got anyone else that wants to call in, we'll answer another question or two.
You might be sorry you said that.
I might be sorry. Who's going to call? Our fourth viewer?
Our fourth and final viewer.
That's right. All right. Well, we don't have anybody calling in. It is now 8:30, which is our bewitching hour. So let me say thank you, Steve, for coming in and telling us all about this. And thank you, Randy, for being our comic relief. And thank you all for joining us tonight on the Global Troop Town Hall. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.